Is he on drugs?
No, I don't think so. He kind of just seems that way.
You don't think so?
A lot of energy in that one.
Speed.
Boom.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Man, someone should never ever give me quad.
No. No.
Would you like some quad?
Yeah, sure.
Can I eat it?
What's quad? Can I eat it? Something I put in my mouth.
Giggity.
Anywho. So, you're getting there first. As you get close, you can hear somebody speaking. Do you speak High Realm?
Sure. I do know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, languages.
Oh, what?
Languages.
I'm guessing we've been speaking Skytongue, right?
Yeah, everybody make sure you can speak Skytongue.
Okay.
Sky tongue.
Which one's that?
I need a pencil when you're
Yeah.
done.
All right. Yeah. Which one's sky tongue?
They're really...
Thank you.
It's the northern language.
Your native
Language.
tongue
Okay.
that isn't
No, your-
barbaric.
His native, yeah. You have your native tongues would be Ice Walker, Tear Eater, and Fart Jewel because you get 3 barbarian languages for 1 dot in linguistics. So that's your native language. Would be those 3,
Oh yeah, I have 2 dots in linguistics. Look at
and
me.
then you would also get Sky Tongue and something else.
Yeah, because the first quote-unquote language you know, in your case 3, is free. And then for every 1 dot you get extra.
Said Ice
or-
Walker, Tear Eater, and what was the third one?
Fart
free
Jewel,
one?
VARTEJUL.
Okay.
In D&D.
So I have
typically
2 dots in
common.
linguistics. How many languages would I know?
3.
Yours.
Yep.
But
All right, I
have
took Sky
4 of
Tongue
them.
and
It was,
High Realm. What else?
is it...
Where are you
Is
from?
it Wood Tongue or Forest Tongue?
Forest Tongue
Forest Tongue.
For what?
for the
He's,
east.
he's from the east.
I
What's
didn't
my
really
mom
come
from?
up with a location.
Uh,
Let's say
Realm?
Nexus.
Okay.
Just because
Uh,
that's the location I know.
River Speak.
River?
Is there anything besides High Realm that would be common to have?
Low Realm.
Low Realm, probably.
That sounds so much less cool though.
It is less cool
What
because
was
it's the
Spirit's tongue?
language of like peasants and beggars of the Isle.
Spirit's
Screw
tongue
that.
was Old Town, right?
Going High Realm.
Spirits speak Old
I
Realm,
need
right?
one
Old
more.
Realm, correct.
Yeah, that's one.
Spirits, demons, all that folk.
Oh wait, Old
You wanna
Realm
speak Old Realm?
spirits
Of course I do.
is a thing.
That was the second one I
yeah.
picked up.
That would make more sense.
So High Realm, Old
But
Realm.
you specifically
Sky
speak
Tongue.
with
yeah,
ghosts,
I
not
have-
necessarily spirits.
Those are the 3 that I have right now.
Yeah,
Go speak,
like
ghost
Yeah,
tongue.
3 dots in linguistics.
Yep, so I give you one.
Ghost tongue. Whatever, I'll do High
River
Realm.
Speak would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of guild traders and stuff like that speak River Speak.
It
I'll
sounds
speak
like you're blowing
Ching-a-ling.
bubbles.
Wait,
That's
It
High
does.
Realm.
which one's Ching-a-ling? Old Realm or High Realm?
Old
That's
Realm.
Old Realm.
Oh, that's Old Realm.
Old Realm.
Damn!
I
You
speak
would
Ching-a-ling.
need to have Old Realm actually.
Again, makes
I thought High Realm was
Your
Things are
interactions
Ching-a-ling.
with your ancestors are mostly in Old Realm, most likely.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because they're ghosts. They just kind of like, oh, I can speak this language of spirits now. How about that shit?
Oh, gotcha.
That's fucking weird.
The whole difference between like spirits, gods, and gets very murky.
Ghost.
They are.
They can't
Ghost.
speak
At the
to
base of it, they're
Ghost.
all spirits. So like
Period, question
elementals, gods, incarna, demons.
Okay, so that's all spirit.
They're all
Ghost.
spirits.
Gotcha.
Ghost. Ghost Snapper.
Enough. I'm gonna burn your Ouija board.
The Ouija board?
Can I get one from a witch or a vegan?
There's kind of another video that's not as good.
Well, then
Don't
why,
care.
Why would I want to know about it?
Yeah, why would you
Just,
bring
I'm
it
just
up
putting
now?
that up there.
Moving
I don't care.
along.
I've experienced the best.
Glossing by that.
I don't care about the rest.
So what is he here?
In Old Realm, High Realm.
I speak both, so it's fine.
In High Realm, you hear somebody doing what sounds like preaching, because he's definitely going over some pretty heavy religious stuff.
What kind of religious stuff?
Do you stop and listen, or go and listen, or what have you?
I am approaching and listening.
Okay. So there is indeed somebody standing upon a stump of
Okay.
a long chopped down tree. And he's actually, it looks like he's preaching to a gathering of about 20, maybe 30 people. And they're all kneeling and listening intently. As you get closer, you realize that there are empty nooses hanging from many of the trees.
Oh, sorry, kids and them. What?
Nothing.
No, they have all the kids in there.
No, we gotta save the goats.
And he's going on and, religion, blah, blah, blah.
Can I tell what kind of religion you're approaching?
It sounds like the Immaculate
I've already
Faith.
caught it.
Oh no.
I keep my mouth shut.
So at this point, other people's probably start showing up because you're trying to figure out what's going on. And you all see the same thing. He's preaching, and he's in funeral robes, and he is preaching about the Immaculate Faith and the dead and all this stuff.
Talk about
I don't
what?
have that charm.
Sucks to suck.
And as he's going, he's explaining everything and going through, and he's blessing. He's blessing. He is going through, and he is sanctifying the trip to Lave from the dearly departed. As he's talking, he begins gesturing behind himself as emphasis and everything. There is a low mound that has been within the past few days has been covered. And as he's talking, he's getting louder and louder to a final crescendo, and then he blesses what he just said. And he says, "The Shadowland has been dealt with." And he bows, and everybody drops like noses scraping dirt. And he begins to kind of stagger off the stump. He has a wooden staff with silver studs on it. It's a darkwood staff.
Would the blessing sound completely legit?
What do you know about the Immaculate Faith?
How old did the guild know the Immaculate Faith?
How much do you know about the Immaculate Faith?
Actually, quite a lot.
Do you?
Yes.
Roll.
Would that be a cult?
Into
Or lore?
into cult or lore, depending on how you studied it. Were you a part of the faith? Or
I
did you
wasn't part
study
of it,
the
but I
faith?
took a lot of the things that I learned from it to heart. One, two, three, four.
I got a lower pool.
Yeah, might as well.
Uh,
Do I need to?
you shouldn't have to.
Okay.
0, but no botches.
Yeah, it sounded legit. It sounded like the kind of things you'd be saying to finish up a prayer that should hopefully stem the growth or creation of a Shadowland, and the bodies aren't walking around, so that's a good thing.
Damn, that was a prayer that he did.
It's good enough for me.
And yeah, he's staggering off, and his face is very sunken, and now that you notice, most of the parishioners are very dirty, as though they haven't washed in a while. He's coughing, and he heads over to an area where there's a little wine bag, and he starts sipping to wet his whistle.
Dirty, you say?
Whistle.
Yes.
Like,
Are you gonna try and clean them,
maybe.
Joseph?
I can do that.
Oh,
Can you?
Yeah.
You got the trap for that?
I have a spell for that.
Swaggy.
Oh no.
These people do not look to be barbarians.
That's a bonus.
So they're just they're poor dirty. Like
Rude.
I'm probably a homeless person dirty?
No, they look like they're from a town.
Okay, so I've been digging dirt for a couple of days.
Digging dirt,
Traveling.
Maybe digging
haven't-
graves.
Yeah.
that'd be fair.
Yeah, okay. So they're probably not usually in that particular state of things.
No, not typically.
Okay.
And they've started milling about and conversing amongst each other, and they look dirty and tired.
Okay.
I'm just off to the side muttering things and chingling to myself.
Ching-a-ling.
I sidle over to you. And
I go up to Monk.
in Old Realm, what you doing there, pal?
I go with him.
I say
He's
cleaving.
now tearing voraciously at bread.
Voracious.
So they're gathering motes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He gives you each a acknowledgement nod, but is very much into consuming his victuals.
Real quick, before I went over to him, I took Phil and I stuck him under my hat.
Just
in case.
right.
What kind of hat do you have?
Do you have a Carmen Sandiego hat?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's because you is.
It's pretty much, yeah. That's the idea. That's what righteous devils look like in my head. I don't know why.
Carbon safety.
I don't know
to
why.
the navigate. Everything here looks fine to me, so I go to the navigator of my little band and ask him to get a heading in the direction of our
Yeah.
employer.
He grunts something very unintelligible and pulls out a map and starts going through, and he kind of talks like Boomhauer a little bit,
Awesome. I love it.
and So he's pointing at a bunch of points of interest that you guys have already staked out as areas to potentially find work. Whether it be from things you heard or things you suspected or just watching, various trends in the areas and barbarians and their normal travel habits. Just typical strategy stuff that you've been working on, and he highlights everything. And he's going over actually pretty in-depth statistics with you on the chances of getting a job at each place, but most of the people say they don't find anything. And they got a thing. And it all makes perfect sense to you.
Awesome.
He's,
Perfect.
He's been with you for a while now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to give away. I wrote that down. My navigator sounds like Boomerang.
So I finish gathering motes, I clasp them in my hand, and I throw them up. A shower of sparks, everyone within like 300 yards or whatever is cleansed over 3 hours to 3 minutes. I mute my animal banner.
It's a miracle.
And that's why you're a nightcast.
Yep.
My protective layer.
Everybody starts freaking out and hiding and running to hide for cover amongst the trees. And the monk, he holds up his hand and he goes back over to the stump, plants the staff in it, and starts muttering under his breath. And a small protective bubble actually goes around him.
I'm just looking at him, scratching the side of my head, like, what?
Like, smaller than the size of this table, but people try to huddle around him to protect themselves from the magic.
Usually you should announce.
No, if you go in there, you're not going to be cleaned.
Oh my god.
They're like, nobody's like trying to fight to get in, but like they're trying to get like everybody
Group
in there as
hug
best
as
they can.
close as they can.
Oh yeah.
Like when we get in the elevator.
So like 30 people trying to crowd into this square.
Okay, which one of these folks looks the most dirty?
Hello.
Probably the barbarian.
Hello.
Damn dirty barbarian.
Did you get butt down?
Goodbye.
Sorry, it was your wife, so I was concerned.
To be fair, you did crash on the side of a mountain, and that probably made you a little bit dirty.
Fact.
Oh, I have a missed
Hey,
call
true.
from 1 minute ago.
Hold, please.
What's up? Turn it all the way down and slowly back up. All right, I'll fix it when I get home.
Did your explosion kind of look like the art from Mana League?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, I'll look at it when I get
Oh,
home.
yeah.
I promise.
Make it rain cleanliness in a specific area.
Call Dawn in the morning. Tell him what it is. Call Dawn in the morning. Tell him what it is. He has to fix it by law. He knows that. Fine, then I'll call him in the morning. I don't really care who calls him as long as it gets fixed. All right? Bye.
Bye.
Heat's not working.
Oh.
Sweet.
No, I'll get home and fix it in 2 seconds because she has gremlins and I don't.
She has gremlins.
So I approach my barbarian friend, and I tap him twice on the shoulder. I say,
What?
may I?
May you what?
I hold him up over my head.
He wants to clean you.
Oh!
See, look, it's fine.
We have got to work on your communication skills.
And then I put you down and you're sparkling clean.
Oh! Oh. I'm gonna stand out now.
You did before.
No, not like that. I meant blend in with the terrain.
Oh, you can roll around in it after.
Yeah, we'll wait for that.
The priest, the monk continues to, do his prayers and continues muttering and muttering and muttering and muttering and muttering.
No, it's fine. Really, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh my god.
I feel fine. It's
And
very
then,
clean.
I just want people to be clean and not dirty.
Maybe they liked being nerdy.
Well, it's not healthy to be dirty out here.
Or maybe they liked it. Did you ask?
No.
Smells like strawberries.
What?
Say to the monk, friend, obviously, he's just a simple sorcerer. As simple as sorcerers can get. There's nothing to fear here.
As the storm subsides, he stands up. As that may be, we prefer not to have sorcery done around us, lest it invite danger.
Oh,
See, I told you, you gotta announce that kind of stuff.
oops.
Yeah, what's going on here, friend?
I'm
Horrible.
watching you with great interest now.
Horrible things as of late. We were traveling through and found most of, well, their village strung up in the trees. So we took them down, burned and buried the bodies, and I performed the rites to prevent something horrible from
I think
happening.
it was you. You don't look like somebody.
No
who
mind.
kills
Do you know the
people.
cause of this fell event?
Investigation! I say. Where's the village? Is it that way?
About 2 miles
No,
south.
wait. No.
Eh?
No. Wait.
We'll ignore him for the moment. What happened? Do we know what caused this?
Well, we were doing a normal trip to another one of the small villages nearby to bless this year's crops, and a normal entourage with me, and it just looks like a collection of random people. On our way back, we discovered this. So, having recognized everybody in the trees, we did what we had to do to put them at rest.
Is this part of your daily route? Or
Uh,
your usual route?
I make this path once a year to bless the crops,
Alright.
to pray to the dragons and appease the local gods.
Has anything else like this happened around here?
Not for any of our knowledge. This is the first time something like this has happened, but we don't get much communication with other villages.
So we're like not near any place like relevant, right?
No, the village is probably him being pretty generous.
Okay. So we're not like
Three
near any
months.
type of important major.
Nope, it's weeks of travel to get to the nearest real city.
Okay.
The nearest one would probably be either Gethamane or Whitewall, and again, a couple weeks at least to get to either of
Right.
those
Okay.
of like good travel. None of this like old man with a stick travel.
For him, it just takes a while.
I go over to the mound. I kneel down. I take some of the dirt. Kind of mutter my own little shindig over it.
Yep, nothing reaches out and grabs you.
Do you spin the boat?
I don't know, Joe. Do I?
Why not? There are dead bodies under there.
Bless
And yeah,
them.
# they were like burned, but they weren't like burned.
Hashtag
They were-
bless them.
They weren't the
Would
good
burn,
burn.
burn.
Oh geez.
They weren't
Calm
burned by the
down.
zenith,
Yeah,
just
I do the thing.
Do the zenith thing.
Excellent. The few times you've used this in your exaltation were a lot more spectacular than this, but they've never been buried under 6 feet of dirt. It's kind of a like thud with like golden smoke that comes out after.
Very cool.
The dirt just sinks.
The dirt sinks down now; it's level with everything.
2319.
So how's the monk handling all this? Like, between the
He
sort of-
looks utterly and entirely exhausted. His eyes are just rimmed in black, and they look like they're about an inch too far sunken into his head at this
Poor
point.
guy.
He's probably too tired to
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
He's pretty nonplussed about this. Alright. Thank
Confused?
you. Thank you for warning us about the village. I must attend to my friend who's run off somewhere.
Well, he was headed towards our village. So
Will you also be heading back towards the village?
yes, after brief rest.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that. That's a good idea.